Hello, everyone. I'm Nadine, owner of NG Platinum Homes, and welcome to another episode of What Makes This Design Great. I have a wonderful guest today, Pamela O'Brien, and she is with Pamela Hope Designs. We have a great relationship. We've worked together.
We do.
You have amazing work, so I'm so
Thank
happy to
you.
have you here to show some details about some of your great projects.
I'm excited to talk about them. Thank you.
Yes, and there you've been in this business for so long. I'm sure it was hard to shift through and find projects that you wanted to highlight. So thank you for so tediously working through that for us.
Oh, no, the really great ones, they always rise to the top.
Yes, absolutely. So today we're going to talk about this mid-century modern family home addition project.
Addition. Yes.
And you mentioned that you added a second story to this home.
Right. That's a big project,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
You're in construction. Adding a second floor is a big deal.
Yes, for
Big deal.
sure. So here we have the before,
Uh-huh.
which
Charming.
yes, I mean, is typical mid-century modern look,
Yes.
right? So let's take a look at the after. So absolutely beautiful. And by the way, I love that orange door.
That was a big point in the design. So this family, this project was referred to me from an architect friend of mine named Greg Swedberg. We'd been in a networking group together, and he designed my own home.
Oh.
So we had some good projects together. This family had lived in Amsterdam for 10 years, and they had had their 2 sons. When they got back to the United States, the boys were probably 5 and 7 or something like that. But living in Europe, you tend to learn about more streamlined, more resourceful and
Mhm,
economical design. You have tighter spaces. They were on the
mhm.
top 4th floor of an old townhome in Amsterdam, downtown Amsterdam, and they renovated.
Oh.
And so she, the wife, actually already sort of had a preference for clean lines and mid-century pieces. She owned a
Mhm.
few authentic, really nice pieces. But I think that in combination with her background in fashion and living in Amsterdam really took her aesthetic to a really nice, clean, simple, but very impactful level.
And amazing. I mean, I want to first talk about the lighting.
Okay.
Very interesting lighting. Beautiful. So what was the thought process on picking these and where did you source them from?
Okay, so actually, this was a bit of a sticky wicket in the project because, as you know, for quite a while, we loved these open format homes.
Mhm.
And for this family in this house, given the constraints of the lot and the existing structure, which we gutted and added, we did not
Mm.
tear down any exterior walls. We knew we wanted a great room. And in that great room, it would have just been kind of boring to have no light fixtures hanging.
Yeah.
The ceiling light fixtures were going to be a focal point. So then I had to come up with 3 if you look towards the door. Well, we were working at Ferguson's, and Visual Comfort has the chandelier to the left there in front of the piece of art. That is a visual comfort piece. And that is the smaller companion to the larger version in the living room, which made my job a little
Okay,
easier.
yeah, and it's hard to tell that from the photo
They
that
have
they're different,
slightly
yeah.
different profiles,
Mhm.
which I loved, but I thought they worked really beautifully together. And the one in the living room is considerably larger. So they both have sort of that little bit of spacecrafty kind of groove, which really worked for
Yeah.
mid-century modern. And then actually the hardest one to find was the one in front of our beautiful orange door. That has a bit of that kind of, again, spacecraft Sputnik look. That's actually designed by Ellen DeGeneres, who
Oh.
likes mid-century design and
Mhm.
clean lines,
Mhm.
and it's also black and brass. So it's a very different, I guess, structure, but it has similarities to the other 2. I thought that ended up being so much fun, and we did have to hunt a bit to find that combination, but we were really happy with it.
And I love the door frame, how it's in the wood tones. Because if you look at the living room space,
Correct.
it's very light, bright, and airy, and then just adding the warmth with the wood is beautiful. I love that.
That was a major component for a couple of reasons. One reason is the client wanted these really expansive windows. If you remember in the before, I don't even think there's a window to be seen.
Yeah,
It was a
exactly.
very different
Mhm.
setup for a house, the original structure. But the windows clad in a stained wood were an important part of the design. On the opposite side of the room, we also used that same wood in like a louver slat wall component. So we continued a hint of the stained wood from the exterior and the patio through the front door, through the dining room, living room, and even up the stairs.
And as I mentioned, it gives it warmth, and I think sometimes
Yes.
people think that mid-century modern or something that's modern is it has a cold, sterile feeling. At least that's what I've heard from
Mhm.
people, and this certainly doesn't. Yes, it's modern and it's clean lines, but there is still a warmth to the space with the furnishings that you put in there, the addition of the wood. So just because it's a more modern type of space, it doesn't mean that it can't be homey.
Right, and I think a lot of this, the mid-century modern outdoor the Frank Lloyd Wright outdoor end aesthetic, if you bring some of that into your modern home, it is more welcoming and more comforting.
Yeah, and I love the mid-century modern look.
You know, one thing I love about it, it's really great for some of the younger generations who are starting homes right now. And rather than purchasing really trendy things,
Mhm.
mid-century modern's just kind of cool. Like that sofa, you could use that sofa for the rest of your life. There's
Mhm.
nothing super defining. It actually, the client owned that before. And I think
Okay.
it's a Crate and Barrel sofa. I
Mhm.
believe we have since possibly replaced it. This is not a brand new project, still one of my favorites,
Mhm.
and over the years, with a young family, there are a few pieces that maybe have, done their job and done it
Mhm.
well. And it's time to move on. But that classic line of the sofa, the ottoman is just really cool looking. You
Yes.
could even reupholster the top of that ottoman. Let's say you want to put it in a game room in the next house and you want everything to be denim. You could do it. So these pieces, if you buy quality
Mm.
pieces, the ottoman is Vanguard. They're a good furniture manufacturer. You could use that for years and years and
And
years
just change the look of it,
if
but
you
not
want
have to
to.
reinvest in a whole piece.
Right. Or if, let's just say there's a really bad stain or the dog jumps up and, tears it or scratches it, you could make those changes. Otherwise, it's neutral enough it could go virtually anywhere.
That's a great tip. Repurpose when you can, especially
Yes.
like you said, when you invest in a good quality piece, no reason to go buy another one if you can just reuse it.
Right. And that chair to the left, that is actually a recliner. We like to call them secret recliners
Oh, yeah,
because you
because
really can't tell.
yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that.
It's very chic looking,
Mhm.
very iconic looking. That I believe is from Vanguard. We bought that from James Craig Furnishings, which is a furniture store over in like the inside the Loop Memorial area. And that's just a great look. They needed an extra chair, they wanted a recliner, and that kept their aesthetic and their cool factor while adding a little extra comfort. And I adore that little table to the left. That is concrete rimmed with brass. It's very heavy, so even though it's
Oh,
delicate,
yeah.
you don't easily tip it over with, reaching for your glasses or your glass of wine. I actually did tip over my glass of wine because I own this same
I,
table.
I love
I love
that.
it so much I bought it for myself, but the table didn't move. I just knocked the wine
Oh.
off the table. So it's a very sturdy table. It's quite small, but it looks so fun with that concrete mix. It's
Mhm.
just different. You don't have to use a coaster because it's concrete. You can wipe it off
Mhm.
because it's concrete. So again, family friendly was also part of this project.
Nice and functional.
Easy,
Yeah.
yes, easy to live with, easy to maintain.
Now let's talk about the rug.
Okay.
That's a very nice piece. Nice goes. The colors go quite nicely. How you accent it with the pillows, and it's nice and homey too. Again, but not too overwhelming with color. I like it a
We would
lot.
consider this a modern or contemporary rug as opposed to a traditional with a lot of, blossoms and borders and
Mhm.
medallions. And I love both rugs. Both styles. I'm a real rug person. But for this home, definitely we wanted the more modern style, and we did want a little bit of color. And so we pulled the color from the rug, and then we repeated it slightly with the pillows. So the pillows
Mhm.
are kind of a burnt orange and a blue. Subtle, but
Yeah.
those colors worked for us. You can see the art above. There's orange and blue. And then, of course, we remember our very strong orange door.
Yes.
So orange is a miniature theme in this house.
And then the artwork, was that something they had? This was new?
No, this was a lot of fun. So I have different levels of art that I help clients with. Sometimes they just need nice looking art to go down the hallway to the bathrooms in their office.
Mhm.
So, commercial job, not a big deal, just fun, economical, good looking pieces. But this family wanted to start a little bit of a collection. They wanted to curate a little bit. So I have a friend named Elise Arno, and she has a fine art consulting company, Arno Fine Art. So I called her and she started curating ideas and would send me photos. And then, of course, kind of like rugs,
Mhm.
art people tell you, They don't represent in photos, you have to see them in person. Well, yes, but do we wanna bring 400 beautiful pieces of art into this house just to pick? Not really,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
she sources individually from
Mm.
galleries and from artists.
Mm.
So what we normally do is she and I go through some presentations, and then we curate it down to a more digestible level
Okay.
of pieces, and then we show it to the client and we get the reactions. And she'll put quite a variety of things in there. So there may be black and white and very, very modern, and there may be very colorful, there may be some realism, but the way they react to it, then we can usually get down to kind of a nice collection.
Yeah, because it can be overwhelming.
There is a lot of art out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
There are a lot of artists. I
Mhm.
probably get, I'd say, between 4 and 10 inquiries from artists every week saying, "Hi, I'm an artist, I'd love to work with you."
Wow.
And I go through them quickly, and a few of them I tag and I
Mhm.
reach out to and I say, "Hey, this looks like something I could work with. So glad to know you."
Yeah, and I think, art is a very big piece of the puzzle when it comes to designing a room, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you guys as interior designers use art a lot.
we do. It's important.
Yeah, so I think, being able to find new art from artists that are
Mhm.
reaching out to you is great because as you know, yeah, there's new arts that come out all the time.
Right.
There's so many different styles.
And it's very subjective. It may be
Mhm.
beautiful to you and I don't like it and vice
Mhm.
versa. Even the husband and the wife and the children in a family may not agree. So art can be a bit of a project, but we have a couple of processes for really every level client, even the
Mhm.
client that needs very economical art to people who are going to actually start a collection that could be of interest in the future. We have a process to make it easier. We just don't want you to have to go Google for
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah. That would make it quite difficult.
Right?
But
Even 4 weeks, even
yeah,
4
but
hours.
that's for what you guys are here for, to
That's
to
exactly
help the
why.
client navigate and, pick and choose the right pieces, for
Correct.
sure. All right, well, lovely, amazing work, Pamela. Thank you so much for sharing this project, and stay tuned for the next episode.